Hey everybody, this is Rich Fontaine doing a daily motivation for Facebook Live. Again, I always appreciate you taking your time to watch this. Like the great Jay-Z said, you can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate that. In daily motivation, 365 days of consistency, doing something over and over and over again until you create mastery from it. Over and over again. They say repetition is the father of learning. So to create any type of habit that you want, do it for 21 days, up to 30 days, to 67 days, all the way to 90 days. And if you do something for 90 days, I promise you, you'll lock it in. You will lock it in your mind and your subconscious mind forever. So today, I want to talk about a quote that Les told me once, hearing one of his audios. He said, "Turn off the television. Don't watch the news." He said most people have a sense of hopelessness when you look at the news. You can't feel good looking at the news. Don't pick up the newspaper and read it. No, just try this with yourself. Just experiment. I know the whole thing. And I've always resonated with that line in his speech because I tested it out myself. I remember when the Trayvon Martin issue hit. It was really big because it was in Florida where I live. And me being a young African-American Haitian man, black man at the time, you know, it shook me to my core, especially I knew friends and family that were getting pulled over. And I used to watch it consistently all the time. And so did my father. And we watched it every day, and it used to make us angry. You know, it would kill our vibration because it would actually infuriate us to watch what was happening in our country. But funny thing happened was, watching it over and over and over again, it starts to become my reality. I remember a few months past that, I got pulled over. Actually, I got pulled over that same year, and then a year later, I got pulled over again for a DUI that I didn't have. They ended up dropping the case, but before they dropped the case, they locked me up. They put me in a cell. You know, they put me in the gray jumpsuit, the flip-flops, the whole 9 yards. I had to spend it overnight. And I remember thinking to myself, man, I attracted this. I started really getting into the secret at the time, and I realized, man, I'm attracting this. And then a few months later, I called my father, I let him know about the situation, and he ended up getting pulled over and arrested for no reason. And mind you, my father is the biggest square you ever meet. I mean, talk about a rule follower. I mean, he doesn't break laws. He doesn't break rules. He always followed them. And he was a doctor himself, so he would never thought that would happen. I remember on Christmas Day, he's driving home with my mother, and some guy pulled him over, said he was drunk. He was like, I wasn't even drinking. Arrested him, put him in the paddy wagon, and had him sit in the cell for a night. And I remember he's being shook to his core. And I was like, wow. We attracted these things. We attracted these things. And I'm telling you, after I realized that, I stopped watching the news consistently. I know some people say, but Rich, I got to be informed. You can be informed easily. An article will tell you what's happening. But you don't have to watch something consistently. Remember, repetition is the father of learning. How you get something into your subconscious mind, how you start to attract things, is a repetition of focus. If you look at the same things over and over and over and over again, your brain has neurons. Your brain has attractive powers that will make that image come to reality, especially if it comes with emotion. So I stopped watching the news and I forgave every police officer I saw. I see one, I said, blessings to you. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. I promise. It's been maybe 2012. So yeah, it's probably been about 9 years since that experience. And I have never been pulled over since. I don't even get a ticket. I can't say I never speed, but I've never got a speeding ticket since then. It's like the whole vibration changed. Once, one, I forgave, and two, I stopped bringing it consistently in my mind. And I stopped watching the news, period, from there. Because I remember hearing that Les speech, and I realized because watching the news killed my vibration. It made me feel more hopeless. It made me feel more negative. It made me feel less vibrant and less victorious in my life. So instead of watching that consistently, I started listening to motivational speeches consistently. Started listening to books consistently. Started reading to inspirational stories consistently, interviews consistently. And then from there, I could see that my life started to change and become more positive because I only focused on the positive things that were around me. So as I became more positive in all the things that I let soak into my brain, I started to see my reality shift from negative things happening and bad luck happening to good luck and positive things happening. And some people ask me like, man, Rich, how do you get to these things? How do these things happen? How do you go to France and somebody records you while you're in France? That stuff I don't plan on. I don't plan for these things to happen. The private jet, where people are like, man, how do you get a picture with your wife in a private jet? Listen, I don't plan for these things to happen to me. I just envision these things happening. I'm positive, not that these things will happen, I'm just positive, period. I bring my vibration up higher when I focus on things that make me happy. And when I focus on things that make me happy and brings up positive feelings in me, I tend to attract more positive things. Things I don't plan for, things I can't explain to you, things that just happen. And they just happen because I'm attracting them. So I realized as I watched the news on a consistent basis years ago, I felt more hopeless. And more hopeless things are starting to keep happening to me. But as I became more hopeful and listening to things that were hopeful and positive and inspirational, I started to see a shift in my own life. Just good luck start happening. Good timing start happening. Being guided in my journey started happening. All because I changed the channel. Now, you don't have to believe me. I know some people are addicted to it. My father's addicted to it. He still watches it every day. Every time I call him, he's always like, hey, did you hear what happened on the news? Did you hear what happened on the news? Did you hear what happened on the news? And I tell him no. I don't watch the news. And my mom's like, well, how you get informed? I'm like, I have social media. Trust me. If I need to know something, all I have to do is turn on my Facebook, my Instagram. I will find out. So I don't need to watch the news. I don't need that bombardment of negativity because all you're going to find is murders, killing, pandemics, robberies, bad economies, marketing, all these things that tear us down. But when I focus on the things that build me up, as I start watching inspirational movies, listening to inspirational speeches, ordering online workshops, listening to webinars, podcasts, I started seeing a shift in the way I thought. And as I saw the shift in the way I was thinking, I saw a shift in all the things I was experiencing. So even Les said, don't take my word for it. Try it yourself. Have a 30-day detox on the news. And you'll see a shift in your vibration, a shift on the way you feel, and a shift on your spirit energy. And you'll start seeing a shift in your experiences. If you're struggling in any area of your life right now, I would advise to take this challenge. It was a life changer for me, and I know it'll be a life changer for you. Trust me, I know what's going on. I really, really do. But I don't focus on it because my focus tends to be on more things that build me up, not break me down. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. Either you can agree with me or not agree with me. Either way, I feel this was a successful conversation. Again, try it yourself. Try it yourself, and you will see a shift in your mindset and a shift in your life. Because as you focus and let negative energies penetrate into your soul and your mind, you will see negative things happen in your life. But if you keep focusing and bring in the positive in your mind, in your psyche, in your repetition, again, repetition is the father of learning. Whatever you see over and over and over and over and over again, it starts to penetrate into your soul. Try it out, and you will see a difference in your own life. Again, I love all of you. I appreciate you taking your time. I hope this message served you well. Please like, please share if you agree or don't agree. Please comment and let me know in the comment section what you think. I believe in repetition is the father of learning. Oh, Jim says it works. Focus more on your own stats versus the news and Tom Brady stats. Yeah, because Tom Brady ain't going to make you rich. Tom Brady ain't going to fix your relationship. Tom Brady ain't going to get you money. So focusing on somebody else chasing their dreams, it's okay if you're going to be inspired by it, But if you're just watching it just to watch, it doesn't penetrate into your own life. So focus on you and focus on the positives of life. Because if you see positive in your world, you get positive. But if you constantly see negative in your world, you get negative. Try it out yourself. Don't agree with me. I don't want you to take my word for facts. I want you to try it yourself. And let me know months, years, or whatever from now and say, man, Rich, that talk really changed my life. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for watching, Tim, Miriam, Jim, Jazz, Ann, Yessie, Sue, Lawrence, Easy, E, Emeka. Thank you guys so much for taking your time to watch this. I appreciate it. Again, I hope it served you well. Again, don't take my word for it. Don't take Les's word for it. Try it yourself. Love is love. Appreciate all of you. Namaste.